So Jan, this is your third exhibition here, and hasn't it been wonderful to see the movement that's gone on for you?
I think all artists change over the years, and certainly I have. I'm combining the natural history illustration degree with the textile work, and the things I'm trying to say has certainly taken me to a place I didn't think that I would be going to, but I love it. I love being in the bush, and I love being able to put that down onto textiles.
And what is it about textiles that's captured you? Because clearly you're a beautiful illustrator.
Oh, the illustration is to me a tool to use for the textiles. The textiles are the medium that I love, and it's so tactile, and it's a surface that gives itself over to many applications of different media, and I keep exploring and pushing the boundaries of what kind of media I can put on that textile surface, apart from the traditional ways.
I'm not sure I've ever met anyone that manipulates fibre as you do with many different techniques. Is there one particular technique that you hold dear to your heart?
Not really, I love them all. I rediscover things. I used to do commercial screen printing in a previous incarnation, where I was very stressed about being neat and tidy and repeating perfectly the same image over and over. And at this stage of my life, that is the last thing I want to do. And I've returned to printing, but now it's no rules printing, and every mark is unique, and I love that. It's always a surprise what is revealed when you take the screen away.
And just behind that wonderful face of yours are two things I know are dear to your heart. One is beetles, and the other are circles and dots.
Yes.
They have stayed with you for many a year now, haven't they?
Yeah, it's an enduring symbolism that is that I respond to every time I use them, and every time I begin to make something. They pop up again and again, and it's something that I return to. It's my own personal symbolism, and it doesn't seem to be fading at all.
Can you tell us a bit more about what that personal symbolism is for both a circle as well as a beetle?
The beetles I always find extremely beautiful, even the brown and black boring ones. They're just such lovely little creatures, and shiny and hard and within their own world. And their beauty just exists, they're oblivious to it, and I just love their beauty. And in their own way, they're spots as well. And the spots themselves, to me, represent things unseen, from the microscopic to the molecular to the scattering of stars across the galaxy. They're all spots, and it's such an encompassing symbol. And so random as throughout all life and all existence, and I just love the hugeness of it.
Now, what's new for you? Where are you going to head, do you think?
From here, I'm not very sure at all. I'm not very sure. I can't take my eyes away from the bush around me at the moment, but I think that I might move the printing into more exploration and see where that might take me, rather than keeping to that monochromatic palette that I have at the moment.
So here you are, surrounded by your bush.
Yeah, we got a bit carried away with forest floors here, I think.
And would you like to just talk a little bit about what you see on the forest floor, because that wall is stunning?
To me, a forest floor is chaotic, and it's full of life, the whole cycle of life, from the living to the dead, the decaying, the recycling back into the ground and out again. Beetles emerge, all kinds of insects emerge from that forest floor, and there's fungi. It's just absolutely packed with rampant life, and there's no order to it except that it's exuberant and abundant, and that's what I like.
And you have beautiful touches of gold in amongst it. Is that what sparkles out, or is that your love for glitter?
Oh, I just love a bit of glitter.
Glitter girl there.
And I think that's partly why I'm attracted to beetles too. They're quite glittery in their own way, shiny and hard and luminescent and full of lustre. And the interference colour on beetles is fascinating, and I can't reproduce that at all, which is frustrating, but I love it. Okay, one habitat I'm particularly fond of is the river. There's a river that flows beside my property, and it's the headwaters of the Guida. Where I live, it's called Rocky River. It's quite small, it's probably just a glorified creek really, but the total environment in this very narrow space is different from 50 metres away, and it's full of birds, insects, amphibians, and its own collection of plants. And this particular one is the river with the reeds. I've used the actual reeds from the river to make the prints, and it's abundant. It's full of movement. The river changes daily according to the weather, whether it rains or not rains. And so this particular one is about upward movement and the life that comes from the river itself.
Beautiful. Well, congratulations on yet another beautiful body of work, and what a huge effort I imagine that this has been. 2 years?
2 years, but full of pleasure.